Have you ever wondered how our body senses touch and hearing? The key lies in a little understood protein. Welcome to the fascinating world of force-sensing proteins, a lesser-known but incredibly vital component of our human body. These proteins are a part of the family that enables us to feel mechanical forces like touch and hearing. They do this by converting these forces into nerve impulses that our brain can interpret. What's really interesting is that these force-sensing proteins aren't just about touch and hearing. They're also integral to our brain development. Their under-researched nature, however, has left a lot of their potential untapped. But that's all about to change. Researchers from the Australian National University, or ANU for short, have made a groundbreaking discovery about these proteins. Their study, published in the esteemed journal Nature, has given us a glimpse into the hidden world of these force-sensing proteins. Their research has revealed that by gaining a deeper understanding of these proteins, we could potentially better treat diseases that cause seizures, including epilepsy. A specific disease that comes to mind is hypomyelination. This is a condition where the sheath around nerve cells doesn't develop properly, making it difficult for the brain to send nerve impulses. The result? Severe developmental delays and epileptic seizures. Professor Ben Corey, one of the researchers from ANU, puts it this way. By knowing more about how the force-sensing protein works, it opens the door to try to develop therapeutic opportunities to help people with these conditions. The ANU scientists have discovered that these proteins operate completely differently from other sensing proteins we already know about. This unexpected discovery is not just a leap forward in our understanding of these proteins, but also a step towards finding new ways to treat diseases that have been difficult to manage. The Australian National University researchers have shed new light on this protein, opening up a whole new world of possibilities. As we venture deeper into the world of force-sensing proteins, who knows what other mysteries we might unravel. Imagine a world where diseases causing seizures, including epilepsy, could be better understood and treated. That's the world the researchers from the Australian National University are working towards. Their studies have shed new light on a little understood yet crucial player in our bodies, the force-sensing protein. This protein is a part of the family that allows us to feel mechanical forces like touch and hearing. These sensations are converted into nerve impulses that our brain can interpret. But what's even more fascinating is the role this protein plays in brain development and potentially in diseases causing seizures. One such condition is hypomyelination, a disorder where the protective sheath around nerve cells called myelin fails to develop properly. This makes it challenging for the brain to send nerve impulses, often resulting in severe developmental delays and epileptic seizures. Now you might be wondering, how could this under-researched protein help treat such a condition? The answer lies in a deeper understanding of how the force-sensing protein operates. As Professor Ben Corey from ANU explains, knowing more about this protein opens doors to new therapeutic opportunities. The researchers found that these proteins function in a way that's entirely different from other sensing proteins we know about. In diseases like hypomyelination, the body struggles to produce myelin at normal levels. However, by understanding how the force-sensing protein works, scientists could potentially devise strategies to treat it. This protein's unique nature also extends to how it senses changes in the cell membrane to start neuronal signals. In a surprising twist, it was discovered that this protein is half formed by the protein itself and half by the cell membrane. This unheard-of behavior could have significant implications for treating seizure-causing disorders. The researchers' work does not stop here. They are now keen to investigate the roles these proteins might play in wound healing and other cellular processes. These proteins could be signaling things happening in your cell membranes that are not necessarily directly related to these forces. This discovery has the potential to change the way we approach these conditions forever. And all this thanks to a deeper understanding of a tiny force-sensing protein. What if the way we perceive the workings of proteins is about to change? This is not just a hypothetical question, but a reality that researchers from the Australian National University discovered when studying the force-sensing protein. This protein, responsible for physical touch and brain development, operates in a way that's unlike anything we've seen before. The researchers found that the mechanism by which the force-sensing protein senses changes in the cell membrane is different from other similar proteins. It's not just the protein doing all the work. In fact, the cell membrane itself plays a crucial role. Together, they open up a pore, allowing matter to move in and out of the cell, initiating the neuronal signal. This revelation was quite unexpected. The protein forms only half of the pore, while the cell membrane forms the other half. This is a stark contrast to our understanding of other sensing proteins where the protein forms the entire pore. It's like discovering that the door to a house isn't just the door itself, but also the surrounding walls and the foundation it's built on. It's unheard of, but it's also incredibly fascinating. But the cell membrane doesn't just play a passive role. It helps control what goes in and out of cells in response to these mechanical forces. By altering the membrane, you can change the traffic of matter into and out of the cell without altering the protein molecule itself. It's like having a bouncer at a club who can control the flow of people by adjusting the entrance, not the people themselves. This unique mechanism of action is a game changer. It could mean that these proteins play some unexpected roles in our bodies, possibly even in processes like wound healing. They could be signaling things happening in our cell membranes that are not necessarily directly related to these forces. This new understanding could redefine our knowledge of protein function. It's not just about the proteins anymore, but also about the cell membranes they interact with. This discovery is a step towards a broader, more nuanced understanding of the complex dance of life happening within our cells. But the implications of this discovery aren't limited to human health. Indeed, the reach of this breakthrough in understanding the force-sensing protein extends far beyond our own species. The fascinating part is that these proteins are not exclusive to humans, but are also found in other species, including plants. Imagine the potential that this knowledge could unlock in the realm of agriculture. Plants have an almost identical force sensor, a mechanism that allows them to distribute and pull up water from their roots and move it to the leaves. It's a vital process, one that contributes to the plant's survival and growth. Now let's take a moment to consider the implications. What if we could leverage this knowledge to engineer plants that are more resilient, more adaptable to varying conditions? For instance, imagine if we could develop salt-tolerant plants. This would revolutionize agriculture, particularly in regions with high salinity soils where traditional farming methods struggle. And it's not just about creating salt-tolerant plants. This discovery could open doors to understanding and perhaps manipulating how plants respond to various stresses, how they interact with their environment, and how they carry out their essential functions. It could lead to the development of crops that are more resistant to diseases, pests, and harsh weather conditions. In essence, a better understanding of these force-sensing proteins could significantly contribute to advancements in agriculture and food production. It could lead to more resilient crops, increased yields, and consequently, better food security across the globe. And that's the beauty of scientific discovery. It ripples out, touching and transforming various areas of life in ways we might not initially foresee. So, while the research started with a focus on human health, particularly in treating diseases that cause seizures, it has broadened our horizons, shedding light on the intricate workings of not just the human body, but of life in its many forms. The potential applications of this research could extend far beyond the medical field. From treating diseases in humans to enhancing agricultural practices, the possibilities seem boundless. And that's what makes this journey of discovery so incredibly exciting. So, what's next for these pioneering researchers? Indeed, their work on the intriguing force-sensing protein is far from over. Their eyes are now set on exploring the cellular-level effects of diseases associated with poor myelination of neurons. You see, in conditions such as hypomyelination, the body struggles to produce myelin, the insulating substance for our nervous system's electrical wires. This deficiency can result in severe developmental delays and epileptic seizures. By delving into the cellular intricacies of these conditions, the researchers aim to shed light on the role of force-sensing proteins in these diseases. This new focus could have profound implications for medical treatments. By understanding how these proteins behave in diseased cells compared to healthy ones, it could pave the way for innovative therapeutic opportunities. Imagine a world where diseases causing seizures, including epilepsy, could be better managed or even cured. That's the kind of future these researchers are working towards. But it's not just about treating diseases. If we can understand how these proteins contribute to brain development, we might be able to identify early interventions to ensure their proper function. In this way, we could potentially prevent conditions like hypomyelination from developing in the first place. And let's not forget about the potential beyond human health. Better understanding of these proteins could contribute to the development of salt-tolerant plants, opening new horizons for agricultural advancements. In essence, the future of force-sensing protein research is teeming with possibilities, from revolutionizing medical treatments to transforming agriculture. It's a thrilling journey of discovery, and we're just at the beginning. As we delve deeper into the world of force-sensing proteins, who knows what other secrets we might uncover?